What's up, gamers? Hi, Descendants, and hello, Internet. Welcome to another SloopGaming video, and welcome to another dev note for the developers over at NEXON Games for the upcoming sci-fi looter shooter, The First Descendants. Let's take a look. Dev Note Volume 10, April 23rd in the Lord year of 2024. Greetings, Descendants. This is the First Descendant dev team. In this dev note, as mentioned in Dev Note Volume 8, we'd like to tell you about our progress with the mission gameplay content improvements. As previously announced in preparation for the launch, the dev team have changed the structures and rules of the fields. To accommodate these changes, the dev team is in the process of redeveloping missions, contents, and monster placements. Given that missions are the most integral part of the First Descendants co-op PvE experience, various improvements are in development to bring tangible change and more fun gameplay. To this end, we are working diligently on noticeable improvements, from meticulously enhancing the mission UI and UX to introducing new features such as instant dungeons. And in this dev note, we want to share our current progress in as much detail as possible. All images included in this document were captured directly from the build and development. Instance dungeons. The biggest change pertaining to mission gameplay is adding instance dungeons. Not only are instance dungeons intended to offer convenient mission gameplay, but our goal is to guarantee content, volume, and variety. Specifically, in addition to intercept battles, we aim to establish instant dungeons as endgame content. To allow a variety of gameplay for many players, both single player and co-op gameplay are supported, and the difficulty level can be adjusted according to the number of participants. So the above picture is the Reclamation Operation Instant Dungeon terminal screen. You can see how you can select normal or hard. It goes on to say, first of all, the instant dungeon is called Reclamation Operation in-game. You can enter it through the terminal in Albion. You can also enter each dungeon through mission beacons in the field. As shown, there are normal and hard difficulty settings. Both difficulty settings use the same map, but there are big differences in the actual gameplay and content system. While clearing the given mission is the focus of normal difficulty, hard difficulty is a mode with a stronger endgame character, providing a bigger challenge and offering distinct rewards based on how the level is cleared. So it shows the Reclamation Operation hard mode start screen. As shown in the screenshot above, players whose goal is not just to clear the dungeon can select additional difficulty options to aim for higher rewards. We wanted to provide players with the enjoyment of working closely together in a party to brave higher difficulties. So it looks like we have some options here as well. Descendant HP 10% decrease. Fire team attack 10% decrease. Defense 10% decrease. Normal Vulgus HP 10% increase. Normal Vulgus attack 10% increase. So some interesting modifiers that you can handpick a la carte yourself. It also looks as if we can actually pick the reward that we want. It does say selected reward and what the drop chances are for them. In addition, we work hard to make strategic gameplay more fun by introducing new hidden mechanics and traps. Our goal is to establish Reclamation Operation Instant Dungeon as a key component of the First Descendant through its implementation of difficulty, strategy, and challenging tasks. So here's a screenshot of a Reclamation Operation or Instant Dungeon with a laser grid, a laser field that we'd have to maneuver through. Matchmaking system improvements. A private option has been added to matchmaking, which many requested during the previous crossplay open beta test. In an intercept battle or a dungeon, you can play alone or in a party using the private matchmaking option. When playing alone, you will be entered immediately, and when in a party, the party leader will select the private option and then enter with the party members. Furthermore, the close option has been added to the matchmaking screen. Previously, the player had the inconvenience of having to remain on the screen until matchmaking was completed. But now, you can close the screen to resume your gameplay. When the matchmaking screen is closed, the HUD indicates the matchmaking progress. If you start a new matchmaking progress from another void battle or dungeon, the previous one will be canceled. And then this screenshot is the improved intercept battle matchmaking screen. And here's another screenshot of the matchmaking progress indicator on the HUD. You can see that on the bottom left. Mission gameplay UX improvements beyond the ability to request support from another player as announced in the previous dev note for field improvements. We developed further solutions for a better gameplay experience. Among these were improvements to mission functionality. For instance, the missions requiring interaction with multiple objects, not just being able to interact with the objects simultaneously, became a problem. To correct this, now when there are various targets within a mission, you can interact with multiple objects simultaneously and see them at a glance on the UI. Furthermore, we improved the visibility of information such as mission tracking and status notifications on the UI. So here's a screenshot that shows the multiple mission objects indicator. And then here's a mission UI improvement before and after in the bottom graphic. To make the mission gameplay more fun, we also made overall improvements to the monster AI. We are actively making detailed improvements, such as the monster's ability to track the player when in battle and their movement when hiding or taking cover. One more thing also sparked a lively discussion among the dev team. It was about how to resolve situations where there isn't enough ammo. We wish to preserve the sense of excitement and tension from having to manage the rounds resourcefully, but avoid the feeling of frustration. To that end, we implemented support droids in key locations within the camps, dungeons, and fields to provide players with additional rounds. New content, special operations, research, blocking. We'd like to announce some new content to be added at launch. First, after the current mind blocking and resource defense, there's a new special operation. Bearing the dev's codename of research blocking, it offers a new fun experience that stands apart from the standard extermination objectives. To elaborate on the concept currently in the works, as the codename suggests, the mission is to stop the Vulgus, which infiltrated the continent of Ingress, from conducting secret research. The Vulgus researchers that appear in the applicable missions do not engage in battle, but as monsters possessing specialized abilities who were granted a secret mission. They carry out research and experiments. To protect these Vulgus researchers, a large number of Vulgus legions are deployed. The player's mission is to eliminate these monsters and to locate the Vulgus researchers to halt their progress. New content, achievements, and titles. Achievement and titles have been added. It is our plan to present various activities within the game in the form of achievements. We would like you to experience the fun of attaining achievements as you progress through the missions. On top of the satisfaction of making achievements, we plan to offer various rewards. One such reward is obtaining a title that can be used within the game. Titles can be attained through achievements, and because they are formed by combining a prefix and suffix, you can show off your achievements by making a wide variety of fun titles. So here's a screenshot of the achievement screen. Firearms Mania, reach 100,000 total damage dealt with fire. Veteran Combatant, reach 100,000 total damage received. Immortal, reach 444 deaths, and so on and so on. And here's the new title UI with the prefix and suffixes showing here Promising Custodian or Rash Knucklehead. Pretty cool. New content. Laboratory. Finally, we'd like to introduce a different kind of new content, the laboratory. As you already know, there are many diverse characters and various equipment, like firearms and modules in the First Descendant. It's very important to try out different combinations of modules and equipment to compare their performance, but having to do so within the game has admittedly been inconvenient. The dev team concluded that this inconvenience should be done away with. We now offer you a space designated as the laboratory within Albion. In the laboratory, you can change Descendants and different equipment you own to test their performance. You can also summon monsters to battle to verify the results firsthand. Even after launch, we will continue to improve this functionality to provide convenient gameplay. We hope this feature helps all Descendants with your growth and your diverse build settings. So here's a screenshot here with Valve and a couple monsters in the background there. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is absolutely fantastic. A place for us to go to, test out our different builds, see how the different guns function, how our abilities synergize with the mods that we have set up, along with our characters and our guns. This is almost mandatory in contemporary shooters. So, GG's, devs. In this dev note, we introduced new elements that will enrich your gameplay experience, from mission gameplay improvements to new features like instant dungeons, the laboratory, achievements, and titles. We are preparing these features to be ready for the upcoming additional test. So please continue to give us lots of feedback. The dev team is always looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you. And there you have it, dev note number 10 from the developers over at NEXON Games for the First Descendant. A lot of great information in this press release. To me, what stands out the most is obviously new endgame content, you know, getting these new instant dungeons, the ability to construct your fire team to go in solo or with a group through private matchmaking. Also the laboratory, the ability to test out your guns, the modules, see how your abilities synergize, just your overall kits, your build and theory crafting, just being able to go into a controlled environment and see how things interact with each other, I think is a huge bonus. I mentioned it earlier, I think it's mandatory in all contemporary shooter games. And just the overall updates to the UI and UX, the developer focus on endgame, on difficulty, on engagement, on enjoyment. It seems the devs are really taking the feedback from previous betas and just pushing it into the code so it translates to a better in-game experience. And although in this dev note we didn't get confirmation on an official date for the next open beta test or when the official launch will be for the First Descendant, we can look forward to a dev chat number 2, which is coming our way Wednesday, April 24th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. They're going to be live on the First Descendant YouTube channel. You'll be able to check out SloopGaming live on Twitch or on YouTube for this dev chat number 2, which is going to feature producer Lee and director Zhu. So hopefully we'll get some specific date information, some date announcements. If not, we'll certainly get more insight into the development of the First Descendant. As always, what are your guys' thoughts on what we just read? What are you looking forward to in the First Descendant? And has the recent dev note given you even more hype to log in and play once the open beta comes, and of course, when it launches in summer of 2024? As always, thank you so much, and I'll see you in Albion. Thank you for watching. Likes and shares are kindly appreciated, and subscribe for more content. Peace.